Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the ToyBiz Marvel Legends Series 2 Doctor Doom, and he's standing on the left. The one on the right is the more recent Future Foundation variant of the Doctor Doom from, I believe it was the Return of Marvel Legends. That figure was first appeared though in the Ronin wave, so it was essentially a reuse of the exact same mold. But I absolutely adore the Future Foundation version, the white version, and it is my favourite Doom out of these two figures on screen right now. But the classic one, there was a variant of this figure which was a Doom bot, so instead of having the faceplate there, you actually get just like, instead of the mouth slit that he talks through, you actually see teeth, so it actually looks like a metallic skull as opposed to the mask that Doom is wearing right now. The base right here that he comes with, a bit of his castle from Latveria, it's really nice. It's got the flat back with the wall hanger right there, so you can put that on a wall and that would look absolutely fantastic. Just bear in mind his cape does hang down the back of it, so if it's completely flush to a wall, he's going to have a hard time standing up really. He's going to have to lean forward a little bit, but it is detailed very, very nicely indeed. So as for the figures themselves, the accessories that they come with, other than the fact that he comes with a stand, are the removable faceplates, the removable cloaks, and then also a pistol. Now the pistols are not the same molds. I will go ahead and compare those for you now. In the sheath of that one, it does sort of bend the barrel of the gun, but there you go. That one's black, that one's silver with brown, but they are ever so slightly different molds to each other. They are not exactly the same, which I do like, but they are about the same size and everything, and they are the same model. I believe it's a Luger, so it's nice that they come with the same pistol and so on. Let me just bring the camera down a touch so that we can see them a little better, and it does sit in the hand pretty nicely there as well. This one has a really nice pointed style. It looks really sinister, but this one, just the larger style hood, it just looks more powerful to me. I just really do love that look a lot more. But then down in the leg area, I really also love this figure a lot more. You even see some like sort of clasps there of how the metal's put together, and the mold in the feet and the knees, and even down here in the shins. I just love the armor so much more. Now, this armor, it's not shaded, but the way that the light bounces off it and everything and how metallic it is, it sort of gives the effect that it is actually sort of weathered, but it's actually not. Whereas this is very clearly weathered to make it look sort of worn or used. Both figures do actually have these sort of jetpack things molded into the back right there. Now, removing the hoods from both figures, this is what they look like, and I definitely think that this one does look a little better, because this one, his neck just looks so small for his body, whereas this one does look much better. Just to let you know as well, this figure is actually slightly taller, so he just looks a bit more menacing in that way. This guy's waist looks absolutely tiny compared to where his legs are and everything. This looks a bit more natural. And obviously, as you can see with the faceplates, this guy, he does have the actual holes there in the eyes, so you can actually see his actual eyes, whereas this one, the eyes are simply painted on. And here they are with the masks off. Now this guy, I'm pretty sure that the kid in Toy Story, not Andy, but the other one, I'm pretty sure his name is Sid, is it, from the first film, that destroys the toys and stuff. That is definitely a massive resemblance to him. I mean, obviously barring the scar and the bit of tooth paint, which you could say is just toothpaste, or he's foaming at the mouth on his lip right there. He definitely reminds me of Sid from Toy Story, or whatever that kid's name was. This one is so much better though. I mean, look at all of that gruesomeness. Looks a lot more like a sort of, like this one's got a little bit of a scar on his cheek. Hardly something that you would want to wear a mask for your entire life to cover up. This one definitely looks like he's been like burnt and everything. He's even got bits of silver all over him, as if he's actually been like fused with metal or something. And he's got all like little burn marks and scalds and everything actually molded in there as well. It just looks absolutely fantastic. Definitely looks like a sort of Deadpool sort of a face. Definitely something that you would want to cover up with a mask if you were the leader of a country and whatnot and didn't want people talking about you. So this figure, I think overall, I really do love this so much more. The only thing that's left to compare them with is the articulation. So head on this one moves left and right, up and down, pivots from side to side as well, and the neck also rotates and has a bit of movement, but it is a bit stuck on this figure. Whereas this one, the head looks left and right and up and down. The arms are basically the same. They move out to the side and all the way around. Rotation here at the elbow, whereas here it's at the upper part of the arm. They both have a single jointed elbow. Here we rotate the entire forearm, whereas here we rotate the actual wrist itself down here. But this one does have the added bit of articulation right here, but I do definitely prefer this style of hand. I think that looks fantastic. This one has a diaphragm joint that moves left and right, and then it crunches forward and back a little bit too, and then we have a waist joint as well. This figure only has the waist joint. This figure, the legs don't move out all that much because this is quite inhibiting right there, and forward and back is basically non-existent. With this one, they do move quite a lot actually. You can actually get a lot of movement out of this. It does push back, but it does actually go, which is you know, better than what that one does. Rotation for both. At the upper part of the thigh, we have a single jointed knee. Down here at the feet, they're better because on this guy, you really don't have that much movement. You move left and right, but up and down is basically non-existent. This guy, you have the up and down, you have a toe hinge, and then you have a little bit of ankle pivot as well. So overall, I do like the feet better on this. So I think if you want a really nicely articulated figure, unless you are really bothered by the fact that, you know, this figure doesn't have the torso joint right there to slightly get the crunch, I'd go for this one. But if you want an overall better looking Doom, I'd go for this one. If you want a Future Foundation Doom, however, so you want this white one, I would definitely, if you want a green one, go for this, because then you'd have those two instead of having just a green version of this figure and a white version of this figure. It's best to have the two. But that is it for this video, guys. I definitely do recommend that you pick this figure up, and indeed this one. There was a link right at the start of this video on the screen, and I'll put it in the video description as well if you want to go ahead and check out this figure review of the white Future Foundation Dr. Doom. It is actually one of my favorite Marvel Legends of all time. I absolutely adore the look of that figure. This was a viewer requested review, and so if you've seen anything in any recent unboxings, go ahead and let me know if you want to see any particular figure reviewed anytime soon. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like, and if you want to see more pictures of anything else from my collection, check out my Instagram. It's Homerino123, and the link is in the description below. And for more Marvel Legends reviews, go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.